our chat room? Did we get any feedback from the chat room or from Twitter?
So we put some questions out to Twitter about half an hour ago. Actually, there's some questions coming back about MeeGo. So maybe we should just quickly have a quick chat about MeeGo, what that is. Intel and Nokia announced that on Monday morning. It's the joining of MIMO and Moblin software stacks to offer basically a very broad operating system and range of devices that developers can work to.
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit more about it and where the idea came from?
Okay, so Moblin is a version of Linux that's optimized for mobile devices. And Intel is working closely with the open source community and really provided a great open source operating system for mobile devices. And we actually are been working with them to take applications and then get them ready for the App Center. So today the App Center is live with Windows-based applications, and next it's going to have Moblin applications in it. Now with this latest announcement with Nokia, we're taking the best aspects of Moblin, combining it with the best aspects of MIMO, and having an open platform based on Linux that's going to support Nokia devices as well as other manufacturers' devices in the marketplace. So all of a sudden you have a platform here that can reach not only smartphone devices, but netbooks, tablets, car infotainment devices, and set-top boxes as well.
TVs, fridges,
yeah.
e-book readers, PNDs, PNPs, cameras, yeah. That's actually, I think, one of the key features here is that when you look at a lot of the other operating systems and app environments, they are fairly segmented in the product categories. But this is really extending from smartphones all the way through up to productive laptops and netbooks.
Yeah, that's the exciting part about it. And there's benefits for the developer, because the developer on their side, they can leverage their investment they make in one application across multiple devices. Of course, there's going to be aspects that they need to adopt, maybe the screen size or form factor aspects, but still the core investment in software can be leveraged across devices. And from a consumer standpoint, now they can look and see the same types of applications that they're used to using on one device now on multiple devices in different usage models that they're used to.
Yeah, it just changes the business model for deciding where to put your applications. One of the questions I have is about the OV App Store framework and the Intel App Store framework. Will they remain separate, or do you see those converging into one App Store framework? Maybe with multiple brands, but what I would be interested to see in the future is a developer being able to inject into one point and have it spread through all the branded app stores, including OV.
Yeah, that would sure be nice. I don't see the app stores themselves merging. Really, Nokia has the OV App Store, which is very successful, and it's going to be the store for Nokia devices. And then for other manufacturers who are looking to use MeeGo, they can take advantage of the App Center as well. But the fact that applications are written for MeeGo then will allow much easier transport compatibility between multiple stores then. So an opportunity for developers to submit an application to multiple storefronts and leverage that software investment there.
Yeah, absolutely. So if anyone here has questions for Scott, raise your hand or shout. I'm going to pick some questions out from the chat room and from Twitter here. So there's a question here from H. Zula. He says, are companies announcing products and release dates that will run MeeGo?
Okay. So this week, earlier, like 2 days ago, was the announcement of MeeGo, and that really did not include any device or hardware announcement at the time. It was really strictly an announcement about MeeGo, and we're combining MIMO and Moblin. That's the first step here, and then there'll be lots more to come in the future, but no announcements yet.
There's another good question here. Will MeeGo be ARM, Atom, both, or something new?
Yeah. No, that's an important question, because one of the aspects of MeeGo is that it's an open platform, and it's driven by the Linux Foundation and open source community. So if open source community wants to port this to other hardware platforms, they're sure welcome to do that.
Yeah, it makes it an interesting discussion point that there's a possibility that the first MeeGo-based device that comes out could potentially be an ARM-based device. So that's good. That would make a good blog post, I think, to discuss that if it happens.
Absolutely.
There was another question about developer communities. MeeMo and Moblin have their own separate developer communities, but you need to bring those people together to get the advantages of the numbers of people. Last year in November we had a nice MeeMo Dev conference in Amsterdam, 300 people, great 2-day conference. Can we expect MeeGo developer events through 2010?
Yeah, I can't say there's any specific plans yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't do something like that. It sure makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. Everyone got a lot out of that event at Nokia last year. Let's go to the live chat channel here on youpsupport.com/live. Again, there's another question about the supported architectures. Is it ARM, Atom, or both on you? So, yeah, it's basically architecture or hardware platform independent.
Exactly.
Will it run on the N900? So this is the Nokia N900 that runs MeeMo 5. Well, actually, there's a very similar code base. I mean, you actually previously had two stacks that were almost the same anyway, all the way up to the Qt level. So I don't know whether Nokia would do that for the N900, but there's no reason why someone else couldn't do that for the N900. And this is one of the nice things about it. It's mostly open source, apart from maybe some of the driver aspects, codecs, etc.
Yeah, and I don't have any more information on that. I guess too bad Nokia isn't here. We can actually ask them about it. But
yeah, well, if Nokia were listening in the chat channel, maybe they could put their hand up or rush over to Hall 7 in Barcelona. We'll hang around for a few hours for you. I have a few other questions of my own, but before I do that, anyone here want to ask Scott Apeland a question? Scott's the director of the Intel Software Network. He can answer all your questions about the Intel Atom Developer Program, the App Store Framework, and try and answer some questions about MeeGo. Anyone have any questions from the audience at all? If not, I'll fire on with my questions on MeeGo. Let's move down here.